What is going on, guys? My name is Sean Barnard, and today I'm here with bettingnj.com, here to break down the best sportsbook promotions in the state of New Jersey. You can check out our website, bettingnj.com. The link to that is right in the description of this video to get the article that I'm breaking down in full form. Today, I'm going to take you through the step-by-step, take a look at the different types of sportsbook promotions, what is offered from a app-to-app basis or sportsbook to sportsbook basis, how to take advantage of those offers, and the biggest things to watch out for. So without further ado, let's get fully into it. I'm going to begin by pulling up this article here. Once again, this is on bettingnj.com, and the link is right in the description of this video. But here's a look at what the platform for the website is, and just want to scroll through and take a look at some of the offers. So as you can see, DraftKings is offering bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets. And the reason that you want to go to bettingnj.com is you can see this get bonus button right here. It's going to take you directly to the sportsbook and make sure that you are eligible for that. So depends on the sportsbook for how much of a challenge that is or how difficult it is for actually capitalizing on these offers. But here at bettingnj.com, you have the best way to get there. So next up, we have Caesars is offering a second chance bet up to $1,000. As you can see, a promo code there and the get bonus button to take you directly through that. Bet River is offering a second chance bet up to $250. The promo code, and once again, the link as well. Unibet offering bet $25, get $100 in bonus bets. Bet 365 is offering bet $1, get $365 in bonus bets. And PointsBet is offering a second chance bet up to $1,000. So these are constantly changing, these types of offers. These are things that are constantly rotating. Sportsbooks are keeping changing. So it is important to stay up to date with that. And as I mentioned once again on bettingnj.com, that we make sure that each of those offers are up to date, that you won't have to worry about clicking on an offer and it pops up expired when you get to the sportsbook. That won't happen. That it will make sure the state of the art, the most up-to-date offers are there for you on the table. Now I want to dive in and talk about some of these specific offers. There's always some terms and conditions that you must pay attention to, or what the exact phrases means for the sportsbook. And it is very important to capitalize on these sportsbook bonuses. That this is the best way to minimize your individual risk while maximizing your potential earnings when it comes to sportsbook wagering. But there are some things that you should know ahead of time. And I would begin by just breaking down the most common types of sportsbook promotions. And by the way, the welcome bonus tends to be the most lucrative that is offered. That while each sportsbook does a better job, each sportsbook does a variable job for how much they reward an active user. Some sportsbooks do better jobs than others as far as making sure there are constant promotions. But the best way is that welcome bonus. They want to get you involved. They want to get you in the app and then make sure that you have some earnings or some credits to use right away. So just a couple of the common types of sportsbook promotions. Number one is a guaranteed bonus bets. So many sportsbooks offer guaranteed welcome offers for first-time players. With these promos, you make a deposit and then place some type of qualifying wager in most instances. Regardless of the outcome of that bet, you get a payout in bonus bets that you can make on the house. It's also important to keep in mind a lot of times with those bonus bets that you'll either have to wager them before you can withdraw them from your account, or there's other little, qualifications that come with it. So that is something to note, and it is important to read throughout. Another common example would be a protected or insured bet. So this is one of the other most common introductory offers for new users, which is a protected second chance or insured bet. So what this means is that when you take advantage of this type of offer, the amount of your first bet is returned to you in the form of bonus betting credits if you lose. So no sweat if you do lose the bet, that those do come right back to you and in your account as credits to wager. Another common offer is a deposit match, which is when, pretty self-explanatory, you put money in, your cash deposit is made, and the sportsbook matches it with their own credits or up to a certain percentage, depending on the offer. This sounds good on the surface, but it is important to make sure that you keep an eye, read that fine print, read those terms and conditions, because there is often a number of times that you have to bet that specific amount of money before you're able to withdraw it as cash. A couple other common options are boosted odds. A lot of sportsbooks boost the odds on handpick wagers, and that'll typically apply to target player props or parlays. This is one of the promotions that is also available to established players. These are things that are constantly rotating through that. These aren't as much for the welcome bonus, but it's still something to keep an eye on and make sure you're capitalizing when the situation is fit. A couple other options there is the stepped up payouts, which is another promotion for experienced users. And this means that with this one, your payout is increased by a designated percentage if you win your qualifying bet. Couple other options there are game tickets and merchandise giveaways. So some operators will deliver sweepstakes entries when you place certain type of wagers. The winner receive game tickets, merchandise, or in some cases VIP trips. Again, this depends on the sportsbook. This is not going to apply to everything, but there are options there. And loyalty rewards is another way. A lot of the New Jersey online sportsbooks have loyalty programs. So when you place bets, you earn points or credit that can be redeemed as various perks. There's also status levels that come with the benefit packages that get better as you climb the ladder. So in some cases, this means that it applies to a brick and mortar location, whether wagering a certain amount eventually leads to a free stay at a hotel and casino or something like that. There's a ton of different options, but the loyalty programs are something to watch. Now, I do want to go now and take you through how you go and take advantage of one of these opportunities. So I pop the bettingnj.com website back on the screen here. And today we're going to go through DraftKings. So as you can see, the offer is bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets. And by the way, you see this link here. We have reviews for each one of these sports books. So before you create an account, before you get rolling and start placing your hard-earned money, trying to win some wagers, you can see where the best review is, what we believe in each of these sports book, and just the overall outlook for what is the best for your sports betting needs. So make sure to tap into that. Now for this situation, let's jump on DraftKings. Let's go right to the get bonus button right here. Now let me switch my screen up. It is leaving bettingnj.com and heading to DraftKings. So let me make sure I'm sharing that with you guys as well. Let me pop my screen over here. And here we are with DraftKings on the screen now. 1 second. Here we are with DraftKings on the screen now. And as we mentioned, the offer is bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets instantly. And it also says plus up to 150 in bonus bets if your team loses. As I mentioned, very important to read the fine print, read the terms and conditions, and figure out exactly what that means as far as your wagers. So as you can see, how to claim your offer. Number one, you click the sign up button above and create your account. You make your first deposit, and then you bet $5 or more on any sport. And number four, you get $200 in bonus bets credited to your account instantly, up to $150 back if your bonus bets, if your team loses. So let's go down to this section here where it says view full terms, and that's what I'm most interested in. So there is a couple key points here. I'm not going to bore you guys by reading through all this, but I do want to hit on the major points that will be applicable to you. And this is something that while these terms and conditions are specific to this offer, you should get in the habit or in the practice of making sure that you are aware of these things. So as I said, it is bet $5, get $200 in bonus credits. And as far as the terms and conditions, so I have points of note here is it says bet $5, get $200, valid one per new customer, minimum $5 deposit, minimum $5 bet, $200 issued in as bonus bets, no sweat opt-in required, one no sweat token issued per eligible game day, up to 3 per week, NFL bets only, max bet $50 for new customers, must use funds from cash balance, bet must lose after applying token, paid as one bonus bet based on the amount of losing bet. Tokens expire at the start of the last game of each game day. No sweat cannot be used to redeem bet $5, get $200 offer. Rewarded bonus bets expire 7 days after being awarded. Bonus bets must be wagered one time through, and stake is not included in winnings. So a couple points of note there. Number one, that it is important to keep an eye on those limits. That, as it says here, rewarded bonus bets expire 7 days, and then it's broken down to 168 hours after being awarded. That is something to keep an eye on. You do not want to miss out on the opportunity because you just simply missed the date. So that is something to keep in mind there. And a couple other key points when coming this is while they kind of package it together to make it look like one offer up here by saying the bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets instantly, plus up to 150 in bonus bets if your team loses, it more or less is two separate opportunities. So while both hold value and both may be applicable to you and things that could benefit your overall sports betting experience, they're not quite as tied together as I guess one would believe. One would be made to believe in this situation. But if you're going to go through, you would simply click the sign up button here. And this is taking me to another screen. And then you would just go about creating your DraftKings account and making sure that you go and set things up, capitalize on that. So that is the basis for how you would go about that process. Each sportsbook has a slightly different step-by-step situation from there as what you have to do. You can check out some more reviews here on bettingnj.com as far as what to expect for the sign-up process, things like that. I'm breaking down a number of those as well. And just the last point that I want to hit on, I know I mentioned that to make sure you're reading the terms and conditions, a couple other factors that you want to keep an eye on. Number one is the eligibility, that betting promotions may only be available to new customers or those who meet specific requirements. So make sure you're eligible before you go out of your way to place a wager that you might otherwise not do because of the eligibility. Some sportsbooks may require you enter a promo code during registration or a minimum deposit or a deposit at a minimum amount to qualify for the promo. A couple of the other requirements that often pop up. Number two, we have the playthrough requirements, which I explained. You should definitely check the terms and conditions, but that means basically watching the amount of credits a certain amount of times before you can convert it to cash or withdraw it from your account. There's also the expiration date, which is, of course, making sure that you use things within a specific time frame. If you don't use the bonus within that given time frame, you likely will lose it. So expiration dates can range from a few days to several months, but make sure you check on that promo specifically. There's also betting restrictions when it comes to certain types of sports or certain types of bets. So, for example, a bonus may only be valid for an NFL game or for live betting. Some sportsbooks may also limit the maximum bet amount. So they may have a $25 maximum wager if they change the odds or give you an odds boot. Things like that are very common. There's also a cancellation clause, which sportsbook reserve the right to cancel a promo at any time without explanation or warning. Sportsbooks can only cancel promos in the case of suspected fraud or abuse, but that is something that is on the table. At the end of the day, this is their show to run, and they will do so as they see fit. There's also fraud prevention, as sportsbooks may have fraud prevention measures in place to ensure that promos are not abused. The thought process behind that is making sure that you're not signing up under multiple accounts under the same IP address or something similar to that. There's also additional terms that are specific to each promo. An example of this might be pop-up is you must place a specific type of bet or meet a specific wagering requirement, things like that that are important to keep an eye on. So overall, that is the thought process. Once again, it is very important that you do capitalize on these sportsbook promotions. It's the best way to minimize your individual risk and maximize your potential earnings when it comes to your sports betting experience. So as I mentioned, make sure to check out all the other awesome things we have going on at bettingnj.com. There's the biggest sportsbook promotions in New Jersey at this current time. And you can check back on bettingnj.com to make sure that they're up to date. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to hit that like button, drop a subscribe, drop a comment, and I will talk with you next time. Peace.